Well, the Narcotics Control Bureau and the Indian Navy had gone ahead and ensured that they busted this huge racket that was going on in the Indian Ocean. What we understand as of now is that there was a mothership that was there in the ocean, and this mothership was tracked from Makran coast near Iran and Pakistan. As this ship in fact moved down south, what we understand is the naval intelligence as well as the NCB picked up a lot of chatter, and they were able to trace the ship just off the coast of Kerala. And then this is what happened. They were able to haul almost 2,500 kgs of contrabands. And these contrabands were supposed to be methamphetamine or meth crystal, as they call, one of the purest forms of the narcotic substances. It is said to have a street value alone of 15,000 crores. And this methamphetamine was hidden away in rice bags from Pakistan. And interestingly enough, the authorities have been quite silent with regards to the mothership, probably that they don't want to reveal much details regarding the investigation that's going on, and they must be behind a larger trail as of now. So clearly, it looks like that these narcotic substances are now in the Indian Ocean. And why we need to be worried about it? The reason why we need to be worried about it is because of this, that these narcotic substances are in fact in one of the busiest shipping lanes of the world, where half a dozen of the world's navies are patrolling it. Remember, the shipping lanes extend from the Gulf of Aden towards the Malacca Straits. And because they move towards the Malacca Straits, it is a huge area that is covered by the best navies of the world and its coast guards. And it is through these shipping lanes that these narcotic substances are being shipped and traded. Yashovardhan Azad, how do you see this? Aren't we supposed to be worried that these narcotics are actually being shipped through busy shipping lanes itself? And this is not a shipping lane that has been abandoned. It has got patrol duties from a dozen navies. And these navies are only looking for, of course, to thwart piracy. But under their noses, we have this kind of huge shipment of drugs moving across the same lanes that are used by bona fide trading ships. Aren't we supposed to be worried?
I think we should be extremely worried on three counts. You know, the first thing about this operation, I would say, is that this is a real transnational operation, you know, with the motherboard streaming down and then giving away these, passing out these parcels to these various boats. Is a very, very well organized operation. That's number one. Number two, this is a cartel which is not only meant for Cochin, but it's meant for Maldives, it's meant for Lanka. So it impresses upon you the reality of you know, combining the intelligence teams, combining the operations of various countries. And the third part, which I think is most serious, is the whole impact of this on the society in India. Meth crystals are perhaps the worst things. Number one, it comes as a powder or a crystal, then it can be easily made into, you know, meth crystals. The labs can be, you know, very small. You know, this I believe has come off the Makran coast, that is the Balochistan coast. There were others also which had come from Pakistan earlier. And this will have a devastating impact on society. Now, it is clear that India is now, they're using the Bombay coast, and India is becoming the storage center, the dissemination center, and a kind of a dealing center, which will have a devastating impact on society. The other thing is that the illegal drug hauls have really jumped. You know, I remember an article in Guardian or something, and they were talking about 2011 to 2013, where the drug thing had increased by 455%. Today, the situation is much worse. So I would be extremely worried, and I would really call for a greater cooperation on the part of the various different states. And you know, the entire that shipping line is mapped. I mean, we have it. The control room in Bombay has all the details of every ship. It has a flag sign. So I think I'd like to congratulate both the NCB and the Navy, but I would also suggest a greater cooperation between these countries and also the various, the shipping lines that we are talking about and the countries whose ships are in this particular area.
Well, let us in fact get in George Kallivayalil as well. George, this particular haul happened just off the coast of Kerala, and in Kerala there have been many such hauls that have taken place. There was an incident in March 2021 as well, where the NCB officials were worried that Kerala's ports as well as even Tamil Nadu's ports were being used as transits for Sri Lankan ports and then towards Southeast Asia as well as towards Mauritius and Maldives as well. And it seems that these ports in these two states have in fact become the transit routes for a lot of drug mafias trying to push in, not only to getting into their domestic so-called markets for them, but at the same time trying to use it as a transit points to other places as well. How do you see this menace in Kerala alone? Because in Kerala alone, we had recently taken up a story saying the number of NCB cases in Kerala had shot up by 333%. This is only in Kerala in 2022. Your views on it?
Verghese, as you rightly said, it's really alarming, as Asadji was pointing out. The concern is not just for one state or something, but Kerala has become a big center for all kinds of narcotic drugs, and this has become a bigger issue. Now, as you know, that even the government data in Kerala shows that there is a huge increase on every year. In the assembly in 2022 August 31st, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan gave a statistics that 16,128 drug abuse related cases have been registered in Kerala during 2022 until August only. That time it was in August. The figure was way above the cases. It was only 2021. It was only 5,334. In 2020, it was only 4,650. In 2019, it was only 9,245. That has been increased to 16,000 in few months. That kinds of increases. And over 9,000, almost 10,000 people, 9,700 people were arrested in 2019 alone. That means, but in 2021, the cases of arrest itself has gone up to 17,834. These are the arrested cases already. Much, nobody notices it or nobody are caught there. The issue is so serious that, earlier it was ganja or some other drugs, but it is now all kinds of chemical drugs and like NDMA, which has serious effect on our youth. Especially these drugs are used mostly by our college-going students and school-going students even. Though the government of Kerala has launched a No to Drugs campaign in last October, but as we all know, these are all campaigns which students will take some pledges that no to drugs, but after all this drug mafia is running very freely across the state, and majority of the drug haul are through the sea route, through the Arabian Sea, through the Indian Ocean, but I think our Navy and our Narcotic Bureau has to take much more stringent actions, and otherwise Kerala will be another Punjab, or even earlier it was Punjab or Gujarat, which was up in the drug mafia. Now Kerala has become real. Every day, at least one case is reported. One guy is arrested from either Cochin, Tiruvandhuram, Alapi, or Kasaragod, or Kannur, or somewhere, anywhere in Kerala, even in the train, in the bus, or in a small tea shop. Everywhere it is sold. this has been become a major menace, and it will destroy the youth of Kerala, no doubt about it.
Well, George, hold on to your thoughts. We have Monish Bhalla, who is the former officer with the NCB, also joining us. Monish Bhalla, does India, being in the center of the Death Crescent on one side, especially on its west, and the Death Triangle on the east, make it in an unfortunate geopolitical situation it is in because of these this location that it is in, and it becomes a question of when these two locations can technically tie up when it comes to the drug trade. So is India finding itself in a geographical fault line as such, not because of its own, because of the geographical situation, that these incidents of transit of drugs and maybe even supply of drugs is increasing?
You are absolutely spot on. It is because of our, we are sandwiched between this so-called the golden or a death crescent and the death triangle, I can say. Okay, so we are basically sandwiched between that. And you are aware that on both the sides, on one side the Myanmar, okay, and the other side the trio of Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. Now, though the intelligence, I should congratulate the NCB and the naval forces. They have done an excellent job, right from locating it from the whispers in the mothership and getting it done. You are aware that Indian Ocean is basically a very, very heavily trafficked area. Okay, and whenever there is a heavily trafficked area, in that they take advantage of this because hundreds of ships are going on both the sides, you know, across the ocean. Indian Ocean, there's a special organization called Information Fusion Center in the Indian Ocean region, which is a combination or a group of a lot of naval forces of various countries, and they are trying to do their best. Okay, and this is one of the results. Now, though the intelligence says it is from the consignment was originating from Pakistan, I have got my view that basically these consignments are from Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, they travel to Pakistan, and from Pakistan, then they are shipped like this, you know. So once the investigation goes in deep, you will find that these originating from Afghanistan, not exactly Pakistan, but Pakistan and Afghanistan are hand in glove in these things. Okay. Now, as regards to Kerala is concerned, Kerala is definitely going to be the next Punjab. There is no doubt in it. In my upcoming book, I have written extensively on Kerala. Okay. Kerala itself has become a big hub for, as my learned friends just said, it has become a big hub. The consumption has gone drastically high. The number of cases have gone drastically high. In the entire country, if you say the range from where the cases have started in 3 years back and today, the maximum increase is in Kerala. Okay, so what is the reason for that? The reason being, there are multiple reasons. One, there are informations that there are foreign elements which are working from Kerala. Okay, again, as you said, there is a transit route of Maldives, Sri Lanka, from the same coast. So there are people who are handling it from there. So these are multiple things which are happening, and the agencies have to be alert to see that such things don't happen. And this is an excellent case what the agencies have booked.